Meanwhile, China has repeated its objection to sanctions against Russia as top European Union officials sought assurances from Beijing that it won't help Moscow circumvent the economic measures imposed in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Take a look at this report.
A day after the EU-China summit, China has reiterated that the Xi Jinping administration objects to any sanctions against Russia on the Ukraine war. Beijing says it would use its influence as a major power and permanent member of the UN Security Council to convince Russia it should put an end to the war.
China is not a related party under the crisis of Ukraine, and we don't think our normal trade with any other country should be affected. Even Europe have been conducting your normal business with Russians. You haven't stopped all your trade with Russians. And so our normal trade with Moscow should not be affected because the employment and the living standards of China are also dependent on the normal trade with all the countries, including Russia.
The Chinese foreign minister said China's role should not be overestimated. Its normal trade with other countries should not be affected by the war, which was not started by China.
I don't think the role of China should be overestimated, because the military action is a decision made by a sovereign state. It was an independent decision from Russia, and it just couldn't work like that. We approach Russians saying that you've got to stop this war, and the Russian will stop that war. It doesn't work like that. And the key of this issue is not in the hands of China. It's in Washington, it's in Brussels, it could also be in Moscow.
The Director General of European Affairs of China's Foreign Ministry says that the military action was an independent decision made by Russia and that China could not just tell Russia to stop it.
The issue is that what's the purpose of the Americans? Are they going to see a ceasefire in Ukraine, or they would like to weaken Russia, or some people were talking about the change of the government? If they are intent about a ceasefire, I think this issue could be sorted very easily.
China also pinned blame on the United States for pushing to expand the NATO military alliance closer to Russia's borders.
It's just a matter of time. And I think we will sort that issue through our bilateral channel with Ukraine.
The Director General also said that China and Ukraine were discussing a possible phone conversation between President Xi Jinping and President Zelensky. Agency Report, Republic TV.